Chanda. I'm a 2017 Teach for India Fellow. I'm an engineer by profession and educator by choice. The kind of environment that would motivate me to work was I really wanted to connect with the kids emotionally, and that was something that actually made me work harder for them. I wanted to be that teacher where kids can be completely honest, vulnerable with me and tell me what's going wrong.
I'm Ankita. I'm a 2017 Teach for India Fellow. I did my education in literature from Lady Shriram College, post which I joined the fellowship. So the way I teach in class is very similar to how I learned in college, because I think that's where I took a lot of ownership of my own learning, and that's when I was able to learn more. That's when I was set on a path where you have to read all of this and you have to understand, then we'll come back and discuss, and they were very fruitful discussions. So I brought in the same sort of culture into my classroom and same sort of learning attitude. So I wanted to create an environment where kids had a space to say Didi not today, and also like Didi today. So I wanted them to tell me how they wanted the flow of the classroom, and I also wanted them to sort of work with one another and think of me only as a facilitator. I will give them the information that they probably don't have but can also get from the internet. But because they don't have, access to that right now, I will be the one who's going to give that to you, but build on that. I wanted a very self-driven, self-motivated yet opinionated class. Why do I think so? Why do I believe so? What do I see around me? What do I think about that? Why is this happening? A lot of questioning, a lot of curiosity, and a lot of what can I do? Because I come from a social science background, it's very important for me that the kids become social active citizens of the country. We both are very structured people in life in general.
Yeah.
We write everything down, we plan everything, be it personal or professional, and we're also very data driven.
Yeah, like this was one of the observations in the unit test, that we have a big chunk of kids who are at a good RC level, and they like a lot of higher orders were there in the class. So that is why the heterogeneous system worked out really well, because we had those kids in the classroom who can be our who can be the teachers to other kids. So we, in a way, we were creating more teachers in the classroom itself. It was not that we just randomly took these decisions. We actually, like, after this homogeneous group system, experimenting this for a month, we sat down, we jotted down all the points, what were the close of the system, what were the grows, and we also sent this analysis to our seniors in the school, and they were very supportive. Also, they gave their feedback on that, and then we moved on to a different system. So a lot of thought process went into it, and we were open to experimentation, but in a planned way. Like, we decide why are we doing this and what is the outcome that we are expecting out of it.
Our team, Ayanagar, as a unit, we believe that 6 to 8 holistic development is good for the kids. And after that, they will eventually have to move into the school system in 11th grade. We were worried that they might get a dhakka when they move in 11th, that they might not be able to integrate with the school teachers, with the system. Why not integrate them right now? Because the classes at that level, we've created that ecosystem where they are not fellow dependent. They are class dependent and dependent on the people they already know. And our school ecosystem in terms of teachers was also really strong. We have really competent subject teachers, and our school leadership is also great.
We also did some research on our end, and we spoke to a different all the teachers who were teaching 9th and 10th grade. Like, I consulted maths teachers, she consulted SST teachers and English teachers, and spoke to them like, how do you teach, do you think like this would be a good idea, and what are the academic bits that you take care of. And that also made us realize, like, okay, probably that 30 years of experience that these guys are coming with is important at this point in time that we both don't have.
The only thing we thought was that we keep a foot in the door.
Yeah.
And that's why I took up English, because we felt like it was a relatively easier subject, and because my education was also in English, and the 9th syllabus was something I was super comfortable with.
With maths specifically, a lot of teachers changed over the course of 6 months. Like, they had one teacher coming in, she got transferred, then a guest teacher, then again a new teacher, which was really difficult for the kids. And that point in time, we also brought that volunteer here. But again, it was tough for the kids, specifically I would say for math. But it was not that we will go and speak up for them. We asked them to write application, which the kids did, to principal ma'am, get it signed by their class teacher. Like, we told them this is the way to go about it. First step is to reach out to your class teacher, then the next step is reach out to your principal. If something doesn't happen, get your parents involved. That is what SMCs are for. And parents were also coming up with the same thing ki didi ye ho raha hai, ye ho raha hai. So we told them that we don't have that power, but you have, so you need to go and speak to the principal.
I think something that was really important for us was for them to not be dependent on fellows.
Yeah, that is a value that is ingrained in us, I believe. Like, independence in terms of leading our own lives, and also we felt that in order for their lives to change, it is very important for them to become financially independent going forward. That was the thought process. So a lot of initiatives that we took, or the access and exposure that we were providing, that was also with that mindset, or the outcome that we were expecting was kids actually see how important it is and how wonderful it is to like take our own decisions and lead a life where you can manage your finances and everything on your own. I think initially we were the ones who were coming to the learning center regularly, so that the kids get into that habit of coming here. And post that, like, it was more on the volunteers, and it was a self-driven system with very less fellow input required. The volunteers will like speak to the community manager in the learning center. They would come and they would have a separate WhatsApp group with the kids where they'll coordinate the timing and all. So very little was required from our end, and that was the sort of ecosystem that we wanted to build. When we entered the classroom, the thought process of the kids was very radical, and that was something which came from the previous fellows. Like, there was a lot of focus on social studies, and the kids like had that thought process from Chandni Didi also. They always saw her working independently, so they were in a way their idols. And then we thought that if they want a like that, and if they want to stay true to the thoughts that they have, then it is very important for them, like, first to be independent, so that like their family also allows them and believes in them that they can take their own decisions.
Great to have good dreams, but are you working towards it in a logical manner? Is something that we both really push for in the classroom.
That was through individual conversations,
Yeah.
and then like lately it was through the expectation setting that we had with the parents and the kids. Like, when they used to say things like, I want to be an actress, okay, like, let's draw a career path for you. Have you actually participated in anything, any theater and something? So will you actually be able to reach there? So just giving them this reality check was also important.
Because they get influenced by what they see around them, and we are a community that lives very close to Haryana. So they're very influenced by that culture, by those songs, by that pop culture as well. And it's fine, it's okay. But are your dreams rooted in reality? I see them and I'm happy knowing that they're moving forward in life, and they don't do the things that I used to have a problem with, like cribbing about everything, and not, not working hard towards things. And when I see them in, say, the career planning session, I'm like, these kids have come on a weekday, on a weekend, and they're here and they want to learn. I should also contribute. I mean, I'm here to teach them, but they want to learn from me. They're here. So I think that is something that I didn't have earlier, but that's changed because I've seen them work hard. I've seen them go from didi this, didi that, didi to, okay, I can do this. I just need your help with like 3-4 things. Rest I'll manage. So that shift it really empowers me, because I feel like I had like a small hand in this, and I'm just so happy that happened.
I think like seeing the kids so focused, like some of them are so focused towards their goals and what do they want to do, that really drives us also. Like, okay, at least they are on that path where they're questioning things, and they're also trying to make things happen. And also like, when I come to this space, just having that conversation with the mothers and their younger siblings also, that also makes a difference, because now they're influencing another generation in itself, and they're also thinking, okay, how can I get them into this system? She's very good with building skill, and I was very good with building will. So that combination really worked out well. So when the kids need a tough teacher, Ankita is there. And but when at times they need someone to speak to, then like I am there. In BTCP also that played out really well. Like Ankita would plan the sessions, okay, these are the things we need to get done, she will always think of that, and I will handle the conversation part. Okay, if the mothers want to talk more, they want to discuss more, I'm there, I can talk to them for hours and they feel welcomed. And that's how we build that connect with the mothers. So that combination
was
really
very
worked out.
complimentary. But then we have our core values are almost the same. Like I've started valuing people in the fellowship. She's always valued people, and that's something I've really drawn from her. We both value hard work a lot. We both value plans and structures and getting things done a lot.
I think for that it's very important for both the fellows to understand the purpose that each person is coming with for the fellowship. And if you understand that really well, then it becomes easier to accept things.
Yeah.
Like DFC is something because she was teaching SST and she always wanted the kids to be socially aware and independent, so she took up that project. I took up KKM because I thought like that is one opportunity to build that sort of connect with the kids, and you go and like sit there for hours for them to practice. So that's how the choice of the projects also was very strategic, and division of responsibility was so clear that there was no friction when it comes to, okay, like am I taking up all the work or am I, because we took up what we wanted.
I really wanted to explore more. I wanted to network with a lot more people. I wanted to understand what other people in the domain are thinking, feeling, and doing. What can I do? I just don't want to limit myself to the classroom and even to the school. So that's why I've been a part of like multiple initiatives, gone on yatras, and that was something I communicated to Nidhi really clearly that these things are important to me and I'm gonna do these things, and she was completely okay with it.
Like it was in September 2018 in our second year when I started reaching out to people and discovering about what are all the career options, and that is something I picked up from her. Will be working into data analytics only, but with a teacher training firm, and data analytics was something I was working on back at Deloitte. This understanding came from a research based approach, and research based approach is something I also learned from my BTCP. Our mentors, specifically Pradyumna, he really helped us in understanding the power of research, primary and secondary research in a project. We were very glad that we picked up these things in our fellowship, and both of us were very active in all the initiatives, be it during our first year or second year. We picked up a lot of opportunities to work with and experiment a lot, so that we know what we want to do and what we don't want to do.
Teach for India for me is a revelation.
For me, it's the people that I met that helped me grow. My kids, my friends, the mothers, and for me, it's also a place for exploration, exploring self and the world.